Hello. This is another installment in the making of my movie Beyond Failure. I decided to approach these more in like a daily way, just to cover less ground per video. I felt like actually dealing with one day at a time made me have more commentary and thoughts that I wanted to add to the video, so I think that might be a better approach. This is technically 2 days, but September 4th is just a little section in the beginning, and then most of it's September 5th. My motto today has been just keep moving, just keep grabbing shots. Do not stop moving, just grab a shot, move on to the next shot, move on to the next shot. Don't spend too long, don't get too precious, grab it, next. I just told her, that happens to me too. You just gotta ignore them. They don't understand what we're doing. They don't understand that we have to get a nice ass first before we do anything else. Okay. On the one hand, including me laughing at my own jokes and my own performance is humiliating, or it's like the opposite of comedy. But I was thinking about leaving it in because it kind of goes along with what I've been thinking around instinct and gut. Like my last video about Misericordia was talking a bit about going with your gut and your instincts on things. I realized that this might be an opportunity to talk about kind of an actual practical example of instinct, because what is gut and instinct if not involuntarily laughing at a take you just did and then knowing I can stop recording, I got it. But then what about more emotional moments? What about slower moments? How do you know what's right there? You're working from a similar place. It's just, it doesn't have such an outward external reaction like a laugh. So I've been reflecting on this idea that part of directing is sharpening the connection to like your gut knowing of what is right or what feels right for the movie that you're making. And whatever your gut is telling you like kind of works or that you like, you kind of don't have any control over it. It's just has to do with the shit that you like, the things that you've taken in up until that point that is informing your taste, your life experience, all those things that I was talking about in that Misericordia video. It has to do with the person that you are. Therefore, you don't have that much control over what the movie ends up being in a way, because you're kind of just trying to access that place and make decisions from that place. And then, if people don't like it, what else could you have done? Be a different person? You have to just act on that inner thing so that you're not making decisions based on the shit other people like or what, this cool person might like. I mean, if you start acting from that place, that's when it gets really lost, right? You'll see in the rest of this video, there's a lot of things in here where I'm like talking so objectively, like, well, all the line readings were bad until this one. But upon watching it back, I just realized even more that nothing in here is objectively anything. People might have opinions that other takes that I had done were better than the ones I included. And that's just kind of interesting to me to think that for me it was obvious. And then why? Like, where does the obviousness of this take versus this take come from? But maybe that is the skill of this entire thing, being able to connect to that. And it's a skill that you can only hone with practice, with the practice of deciding and then not liking, deciding, not liking, how it turns out. And it's a skill that I'm still developing. I'm grateful to have recorded everything because I think I can kind of see something in action that otherwise is abstract. If you just record yourself making anything, eventually you will see your own intuition working, right? Which to me, like on my dark days, I might have a negative thought of like that I don't have that going for me. But I think everybody does have it. It's just sometimes the critical voices are too loud, or you're thinking too abstract and you're not in the actual making of the thing is when everything kind of falls away, and I always forget that. Okay, maybe I'll go to the concrete stuff because this stuff is boring as shit and not funny. This important thing is to go to failure. So anyway, I'll leave some of me laughing at my own shit in here, as painful as it is. I don't know. Why am I embarrassed by it? I am. But I think it's also just because it's me in it. It makes me look like full of myself or something. Like me acting in it, I mean. If it were different actors, if there are other people in the movie and I was laughing, it would be different. But yeah, whatever. I kind of left off here.
I have to yell at myself.
Failure. I have to yell at myself.
All this research that the entire planet can agree on.
I hate that. That the entire planet can agree. Like, am I really about to go search for me saying that a different way? It should just be that the entire planet can agree on. Yeah, I will go find it because... And then I just re-recorded it because every take sucked. That's something the entire planet can agree on.
That's something the entire planet can agree on.
The entire planet can agree on. I hate myself. I should color grade this whole thing because it looks like shit and it really is demotivating. Everything about this is demotivating. My voiceover, pretty super negative start to this session, but we get through it. I can re-record this.
This is what was holding me back before. I need an ass first before I can do anything else. I've done life all wrong. I could have been happy.
Now I can see that this is what was holding me back before. I need a nice ass first before I can do anything else. I've done life completely backwards. Now I can see that this is what was holding me back before. I need a nice ass before I can do anything else. One of those I can use.
I've done life completely backwards.
That one's still hitting for me. And in like 2 days, I'll be like, it's not even funny.
Research says I have to eat all this chicken.
Just trying to show here the process of recording and listening back. I've looked into it, and apparently to get an ass, you have to eat a lot of chicken. I really didn't like that one. I've looked into it, and the research says I basically have to eat pounds of chicken per week to get a nice ass. I've looked into it, and apparently research says you have to eat pounds of chicken every week. And then in this case, still not really liking any of them and just recording again. I've looked into it, and apparently to get a nice ass, the research says you have to eat pounds and pounds of chicken every week. That's better. Pounds and pounds of chicken every week. Basically, what I was reading was you can't make an ass without chicken, and you can't get a chicken without money, and you can't get money without an ass, and you can't get an ass without chicken.
They told me you can't make an ass without chicken.
Before it was this absurd, like, they say this, where now it's like this person's doing research and is like somehow comes to this conclusion. I was even starting to do this before, I think, this part where it's like, you can hip thrust anything.
You can hip thrust anything. If you really want an ass, you won't make excuses.
By doing this, I think I meant grounding it, talking more casually, like directly to the audience or something, I think.
I'm not doing enough volume.
Fucking A.
Just do more hip thrust.
So do some overlapping here. I think that's where it's heading. Faster. Push this back a little bit. Let this kind of go. Yeah, good long pause. I'm at this part that I decided last night I would change. It feels too distant, again, with the absurdity in the reading.
I'm part of a larger community, a collective of people who understand what I'm doing.
I think I wanted to change it to, what was it? Like, I started a YouTube channel in this weird world. Like, that's how much it's escalated. I started a YouTube channel. And the only way you know about it is because of this line. And it says, like, someone commented on my video titled, "Getting a Nice Ass at All Costs." I'll do a shot. I feel like I can shoot this tonight. Over my shoulder, the video itself, and then me commenting. And the video itself is like me doing lunges. So let's look at this. So I'm incorporating lunges now. Someone commented on my video that's titled "Getting a Nice Ass." Fuck. I told her that happens to me too. You just got to ignore them. I should pause more, make it more real. I just told her, that happens to me too. You just got to ignore them. And now this is just the clip that starts the video where I'm laughing a lot. I wanted to put that at the start to preface the whole thing. Actually, no, I guess you can see the context to getting the line where I kind of am really struggling to get it for a little bit there. I cut out some of the struggle because maybe it's painful to hear the same line over and over again as I say it badly. But
I heard that's the only way it grows is if it gives out.
That's the only way it grows is if it gives out. That's the only way it grows is if it gives out. I should shorten all this. It's too much. So lunges now, hip thrusts, still hip thrusts, but the most important thing is that you go to failure. So lunges, hip thrusts, but the most important thing is that you go to failure.
Yeah, lunges now, still hip thrusts, maybe sets of closer to 15, not 12. And the most important thing is to go to failure.
That's actually the best. I don't know why I'm fucking with it. There's something really funny about that to me. It's really weird. It's like it's just the movie gets stranger, I guess, which is always the... Did I fuck something up doing that?
How are they perceiving my ass? When I eat, my ass is being made. I eat to make sleep easier.
That's such a... Psycho.
The doctor says...
Okay, so this is the build-up, and I kind of need to edit things before this break pretty solidly with what shots I'm gonna get.
My ass.
So I feel like quick stuff will start here. Sleeping, it'll be like 2 shots. Blinds closed, sleeping. Editing, sped up editing. Editing did actually occur. Oh yeah, okay. So this is like break my back scene. This is going to be abrupt. We'll see. Yeah, I guess this is important that I do this, and then the movie's basically over. I'm gonna need a back crack sound.
This is my new life's work.
This is not gonna be fun. I'll spare you all the back cracking sounds.
God.
I guess I couldn't really direct a horror movie. I couldn't barely handle even finding the sound I needed. Ooh! And then we go to birds. That was my original idea. It has to be like... I don't know if this works. Let's keep trying. It's close. It's close. Hold on. More sped up editing. I like to show that editing happened, but this doesn't show anything, so.
That actually isolating the ass is a waste of time. Whether that's true or not is irrelevant.
It doesn't matter whether that's true or not. It doesn't really matter whether that's true or not. It doesn't matter whether that's true or not. At some point, you choose to believe whatever it is to keep you going.
I'll trade that in.
All right. I feel pretty good because I'm basically done, and I just need to get the remaining shots, and I need to get things from my mom, and maybe hopefully she'll be a part of it. If not, I think I have enough time to like make a cut that just ends here and doesn't do the whole conversation with my mom. I'm gonna star everything I know I definitely need. I don't think I need that. Definitely need that. This, I don't think it's funny and it uses something I have already. We'll see. Did I get rid of the technique breakdown bit? I feel like I did. Where's the technique breakdown part?
They don't understand.
We have to get a nice ass first before we do anything else. Yeah, lunges now, still hip thrust, maybe sets of closer to 15.
So then I like go back to figure out if I had cut something out, and I kind of like got sucked into it and watched the whole thing to the end. And I remember feeling that this was like a good sign that, you know, usually just, I can't watch it again. I don't feel like watching it again. But just the fact that I hit play and I felt like just watching it to the end, I felt was a good sign. I see this day as kind of being the first day-ish where I feel like I can watch it and I have a positive feeling after.
Organizing, coping. I gave my mom a call to tell her I broke my ass.
Okay, look pretty good actually. I don't know, I have to go back and see the mess that is the beginning. Okay, wait, I should leave a little placeholder, like where the fuck I'm picking this up. Or what was I gonna do? I'll watch this video and see what I was about to do. Thanks so much. Thanks for watching. And leave a like if you liked it. Please, leave a comment if you have something to say. You can watch the previous video. That one that one did pretty bad, and we're not going to talk about it. Okay, I think I'm going to stop. Have I been recording? Yes, thank God I have been. Okay.